Hello and welcome to Car and Bike. Do you really need cruise control in a 125cc motorcycle? Meet the new Glamour X. Now it comes with cruise control. Yes, you heard it right. Cruise control in a 125cc motorcycle. Now the Hero Glamour has been one of the highest selling 125cc motorcycles in the country. Many times it has been the highest selling motorcycle, 125cc motorcycle in the country. But over the years, that popularity has been taken over by the likes of the Honda CB Shine, and of course in recent years by the TVS Raider, which has also been quite popular in that segment. So new Glamour X has got that X factor. What does it get? Cruise control, of course, ride by wire, 3 ride modes, and boasts of a competitive price tag, and also some new features which are first in segment. So the new Glamour X gets a few features which no other 125cc segment motorcycle has right now. The question we're trying to answer is, if you're in the market for a 125cc motorcycle, what does the Glamour X offer you? Should you even consider going for it? Does it have any shortcomings? That's all we'll try to answer in this first ride review. Welcome to Car and Bike. Let's get down to take a closer look at the Hero Glamour X. So that's what the new Glamour X looks like. We have 2 colors here. This is the Nexus Blue, metallic Nexus Blue, and that is Black Pearl Red. Of course, there are 3 more colors. You get a silver, you get a teal, and you get a blazing red also, completely red with some graphics on it. 5 colors in all. And this is available in both drum and disc brake variants. Differences, of course, the disc brake, front disc brakes, and the drum brake. And you don't get LED turn indicators on the drum, the base variant, and you don't get LED lighting in the rear. And of course, the braking is different. Now overall, it looks quite sharp, it looks quite sporty, and the front part, particularly till this part, in my opinion, looks quite fresh, looks quite appealing. What I'm not a fan of is the rear portion. Of course, the design has been made in such a way that this is a commuter motorcycle, so designed with pillion comfort in mind, but that has resulted in a big massive gap here between the wheel and the rear mudguard. So that is something which to my eyes looks disproportionate compared to the rest of the motorcycle, particularly the first half of the motorcycle. What do you think about the design? Do let us know in the comments. Overall, it's a well-built motorcycle, no complaints there. It's got a color LCD screen, very visible, very nice looking instrument console. No problems in visibility, even in the direct sunlight. You get everything clearly visible from your speedometer, from your fuel gauge, gear position indicator, and you get average fuel indication and all that odometer, trip meters, and everything else. It also has this small C-type charging socket, USB charging socket, to charge your phones on the go. What could have been better in terms of the overall fit and finish? Everything else is quite alright, no complaints there. But this has been a problem, a minor problem with Hero products of late, is the quality of the mirrors. If you look at the edges, they are slightly wavy. I've seen it in the last few Hero products that I have reviewed or had the opportunity to test ride, and the same thing is carried over this. This, from a manufacturer like Hero, it's a very minor thing, but that gives you a slight disappointment in terms of quality. Mirrors, Hero, you could have done better. That waviness on the edges is something which will not bother you so much, but yes, it is something which could have been of better quality. Now, it has a 10-liter tank, and that's how you open it, 10-liter fuel tank. Again, it's a personal preference. I would have liked a hinged fuel tank cover, but that's what you get. You'll have to twist the key and take it off. Hinge would have been a little minor convenience, but yes, it is a convenience to my mind. Overall, that's the design, what it looks like, and particularly in this color, in this blue shade, the metallic blue shade, it looks quite nice overall. And it runs on 18-inch wheels and disc brakes, but Hero has not offered the option of a single channel ABS on this Glamour X. Now, considering this has been one of the largest selling, or in fact the largest selling 125cc motorcycles when it came out in the mid 2000s, it has been several years it has been the highest selling 125cc motorcycle. In 2025, single channel ABS, even as an option, should have been offered is what I feel, considering the Extreme 125R gets the option of a single channel ABS. And if you want to go for the Extreme 125R, walk into a Hero showroom, you don't look at the features, cruise control, ride modes and everything. You get the Extreme 125R with single channel ABS for just 5,000 rupees more than the top spec variant of the Glamour X. I think that's a miss from Hero, considering this has been a popular motorcycle. At least as an option, single channel ABS should have been offered. So that's what it looks like. Overall build quality, fit and finish, styling is quite alright. No complaints there. Apart from the slight disproportionate feel on the rear side, the rear half of the motorcycle, I think it looks attractive, universally appealing. It's not very sporty and it's not very boring commuterish also. So it will find universal appeal, different age groups, different kinds of, and the seat is quite comfortable, long. So for that kind of use with a pillion on board, this should offer good quality as well. So time now to ride it, check the ride mode, check the cruise control, tell you how it rides. Let's go gear up then. As a commuter motorcycle, the Glamour X has got everything spot on in terms of performance. That engine is shared with the Extreme 125R, same engine, exactly the same specs, 11.4 bhp at 8250 rpm, 10.5 Newton meters of torque at 6500 rpm. And the best part is the ride-by-wire throttle. The throttle response is very linear, very predictable, very nice, and you can play around with the ride modes. And talking about ride modes, it's got Eco, Road and Power. Now the ride modes have been calibrated in such a manner that top speed remains the same, but there's a marked difference in the throttle response. If you're the kind of person who wants to ride within the city, stick to 40, 45, 50 kilometers per hour, Eco mode works best for you. But if you want a quick overtake, then Eco would probably feel a little lethargic, but you will get maximum fuel efficiency in Eco mode. Road mode, again, if you're sticking to about 65, 70 kilometers per hour, you're okay with road mode. But if you want slightly more performance, stick to Power. And it has that mid-range, that performance in the mid-range beyond 4000 rpm to about 6000 rpm. It's markedly different in the Power mode. So quite nice performance, and the ride modes work quite well. I tried working the cruise control as well. Of course, I don't understand how practical it is for a commuter motorcycle to get cruise control, but for those of you who want to sit longer commutes, 50-60 kilometers a day, a fair bit of highway riding, cruise control will give you that slight convenience, but it's not really required in this class of segment of motorcycles. Braking, it's got CBS, combined braking system, and overall braking performance is quite nice. But if you have to do an emergency braking, something comes in front of you, you have to brake hard, ABS definitely will probably make the difference between you staying upright and possibly having a fall. So missing out on ABS even as an option is what is something which is lacking in this motorcycle. In 2025, as a brand new 125cc motorcycle, I feel Hero should have at least offered ABS as a variant, a top spec variant, slightly maybe more price, but then it goes into the territory of the Extreme 125R with ABS, which costs in the OBD2B compliant version, it's about 1,05,000. This one, the top spec, this variant costs about 1,00,000 rupees ex showroom. So performance quite good. In our test ride now, we covered about 50-60 kilometers today, different kinds of scenarios, road through traffic, fair bit of highway riding, stop-go traffic in Jaipur here, and the information display is showing me overall in this trip about 43 kilometers. The historical is showing me about 59-60 kilometers per liter. So in eco mode, you can definitely expect over 60 kilometers per liter. So this is a fuel efficient motorcycle. If efficiency is what you're looking for, this bike will not disappoint you. So ride quality is quite nice. Over every kind of surface, it goes quite nicely. And it's not a sporty motorcycle, but it will not scare you. It remains planted, quite stable. And performance, the throttle response, it's got ride-by-wire electronic throttle. So again, I'm repeating it, throttle response is very nice, very linear, and the ride modes work. For me, power works best, but according to your riding conditions or your riding style, depending on how fast you want to go, depending on how quick you want to go on those traffic conditions, you can choose between eco and road. Road could be possibly offer you everything from fuel efficiency and decent performance while riding in traffic, but if you want to go for a quick overtake, switch to power and you get more performance from the mid-range onwards. So overall performance, no complaints on the Hero Glamour X. The new Hero Glamour X has a lot going for it. It's got a new design, quite attractive, will possibly find universal appeal amongst different age groups. So quite a lot of strengths there. The engine is quite refined, fuel efficiency should be very good, and overall ride dynamics, performance, no complaints whatsoever in the new Hero Glamour X. So all bases covered and it's loaded with features, very nice instrument console. It's got ride-by-wire, 3 ride modes and cruise control as well. Now, the problem is Hero's got to go up against the likes of very popular motorcycles like the Honda CB Shine, India's highest selling 125cc motorcycle. Not just India's, the world's largest selling 125cc motorcycle. The problem for Glamour X will be to get new customers from that and take top spot once again. In that sense, this motorcycle, the updated Glamour X, has got most bases covered. But to get that extra, that X factor, I feel the Extreme 125R already has single channel ABS as an option. That is a miss from Hero with the Glamour X. Even as an option, single channel ABS should have been offered to the consumer, to people like you and me, who would want to have that option and pay something extra, because once in a blue moon you will face an emergency and you will brake hard, something comes in front of you. That emergency braking, if you have ABS, it will make all the difference between you staying upright or having a skid and falling. That option in 2025, I think Hero should have given on the new Glamour X. But overall, very good fuel efficiency, very good engine refinement, very good performance, very good features, and design, of course, is subjective. You let us know what do you think of the new Glamour X at that price point and in that package. Is there something you wanted more from the Glamour X? Let us know in the comments. And if you were to buy a new 125cc motorcycle today, would you look at the Glamour X? Would you consider this in your shortlist of 125cc commuter motorcycles? Do let us know in the comments as well.